The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Siakam.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA. Such a huge moment for the team, the city, and the country of Canada. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Randall and Portis patrol the middle. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Trier in at small forward. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Gasol in at the pivot spot manning the middle. You know, Steve, for teams that are already struggling big time, what's a sign that the ship is going to be difficult to turn the other way and get back on track?
I think, Kevin, body language and obviously what they're saying in the media. There are some teams, you watch them, guys hit a three-point shot, they come to the bench. No one's up clapping, no one's communicating with each other. Those are the teams I think is very hard to turn around.
Now Barrett following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. And that one is good.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Siakam with it, working on Portis. Siakam misses. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Trier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game. And he knocks down the first one. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And he makes both free throws. And Toronto has possession. 4-point game. Now here's Lowry. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Philadelphia.
Lowry is just so quick with the ball with both hands that he can lose a defender in a hurry.
Payton outside. Pass to Barrett. Here's Randall. No good that time. Good D by Siakam. Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up. One shot.
Throw good, Van Vliet. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Randall with the bucket.
That's the right play call. Randall's a tough matchup inside. Strong, crafty, nasty.
Van Vliet with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Kicks to Lowry. Outside Gasol. 6 on the shot clock, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Trier. And it's Toronto with the rebound, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Well, the defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
Here's Van Vliet. Great D that time from Portis.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Basket good. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Lowry. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. The pass to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Gasol passes to Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I like that. Get the ball to Siakam close to the rim where he can put his size to work.
Payton outside. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Portland. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And, you know, I think New York, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction.
No good from Gasol.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
That's tipped.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals, able to affect shots without fouling.
Here's Anunoby. It's stolen by Randall. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Anunoby. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Payton surveying the floor. Pass to Randall. With the fadeaway. And the Knicks miss again.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Lowry from outside. The shot, no good. And New York the other way now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Third is R.J. Barrett.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
No one near Peyton as he lets it go. Money from the wing.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Van Vliet looking around. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Peyton. Here's Portis. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And Randall throws it down.
Well orchestrated. Randall was ready to receive the pass and flush it in one motion.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 1. Outside Gasol. From past the arc. Lowry can't get it to go.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Peyton right side. Deep 2 from Trier. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Raptors have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Pass to Siakam. Outside Lowry. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Barrett. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Portis. Gasol with the steal. Here's Anunoby. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks with the lead. Poked loose. Stolen by Van Vliet. And Siakam throws it down.
Having a big who can run the floor is obviously a value. What I like about Siakam, he can finish in so many ways.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely to the paint. Here's Smith. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Toronto shooting 47% here so far. Here's Van Vliet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Smith, the pass to Robinson. Takes the three. And it's Smith missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Out to the right wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson, covered by Smith. Just 5 to shoot. A step-back shot here. The shot by Powell, no good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, at only 6'3", Smith has some major hops. Super at leaping up quickly to throw it down.
Toronto trailing. Van Vliet with it. Robinson picks him up. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Over Smith. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now Smith. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Barrett, no good. And here's Toronto. Here's Powell. Robinson pulls it in.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Well, you know, it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
The first one falls. Some changes for Toronto. Stanley Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Thomas subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Both shots good from the stripe. Raptors shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Poked away. Johnson, the pass to Powell. Over Barrett. Knicks with the rebound.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
There's the pass to Smith. The baseline J off the mark.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 1. Powell finds Johnson. Outside Thomas.
An area he must sharpen over time. Smith Jr. has the defensive skills, just needs to work on his will.
And Barrett slams it in.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
.40 seconds left to play here in the first. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Powell dishes to Thomas. To the middle. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Thomas.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
And here is Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ibaka right side. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks out front, leading by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, you know, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
We've got Hollis Jefferson. Thomas is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. He kicks to Johnson. 4 on the clock. Robinson with the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Smith. Here's Gibson. Second chance shot. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Raptors trail by 7. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got his first points in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Barrett slams it in.
Great activity there from Barrett. When he ups his intensity on defense, he's a difference maker.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now here's Powell. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Thomas kicks to Ibaka. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Tries again. Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Knicks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That free throw missing. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside Lowry. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball. Here's Morris. Softly drops in the floater. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
And the powerful frame of Morris. Difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Powell with it. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Here's Smith. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Outside Gibson. Here's Trier, guarded by Powell. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robinson, and there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Randle comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in for Morris. Ibaka dishes to Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the night.
Powerful move. Ibaka with the natural explosiveness to finish through contact.
Powell against Payton. Outside Robinson. Back to Payton. Shoots over Powell. Payton's shot is off.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Anunoby, he's checked in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. And a switcher also for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. 6-point game. Lowry against Smith. Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Lowry, no good.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
The shot's good from Smith.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Payton. Clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. From deep. And again, no good by Toronto. New York leading by 8. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
What a beautiful look. Randall continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Gasol kicks to Anunoby. Here's Van Vliet. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Smith against Lowry. Passes it to Randall. Here's Payton, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. And he missed half of last season with injury, but when he played, Elfrid Payton opened some eyes.
He did, Kevin. Career highs in rebounds and assists. His best percentages from the free throw line and three-point range, showing his growth as a shooter.
First one falls for him. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
That one is no good. Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
We know he can shoot it from the outside, but I love to see Mark down there on the block.
Now here's Payton, covered by Van Vliet. Pass to Randall. Over Siakam. Randall no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Smith the pass to Payton. Over Lowry. New York, no good that time either.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Van Vliet finds Siakam. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
This is a big part of Siakam's game, the ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Payton outside. Pass to Trier. Now here's Payton, guarded closer. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead. I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Now here's Payton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Here's Trier. It's a 5-point game. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for that game against the Nuggets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And he knocks down the first one. Knox, he's checked in for New York. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Siakam. He's got 8. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Trier. 8 points for him. The pass to Payton. 6 to shoot. Portis in the post, defended by Gasol. Nice shot by Portis. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass. All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls. You know, the 5-time All-Star Kyle Lowry has made a career of proving his doubters wrong. You ask me, I think he's still underrated.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And you ask Lowry, he's always felt underestimated. Smitty, what do people overlook about him?
You know, I think, Kevin, is his defense first and foremost. He's a top 10 point guard at both ends of the floor. That's what makes him very special.
It's checked in for Trier, and he's good on the second.
You know, a multi-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion now. It's taking some time, but Lowry has finally silenced his critics.
Now here's Payton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. Second, the Knicks.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Thomas checked in for Kyle Lowry. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Randall outside. There's the dish to Barrett. The shot, no good. Good D by Thomas. Van Vliet with it. Randall on him. It's deflected.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
New York leading by 5. Payton outside. Portis kicks to Barrett and stolen by Thomas. And here they come. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. So New York will take it the other way.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Taj Gibson's checked in for Randall. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. Here's Barrett. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Barrett's got 10.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
No one covering.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Passes to Portis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, last season, Pascal Siakam more than doubled his scoring. Dramatic improvement as a shooter from the perimeter and the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Siakam.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
And the Knicks making a change here. Morris is checked in. Siakam hits them both. The Knicks leading by 4. 50 seconds left in the first half. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Knox. Good D by Siakam.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morris. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors trail by 4. Thomas dishes to Ibaka. Now Siakam. From deep three-point range. He made it!
Yes.
He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Knicks lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Knicks with the lead. Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. Randall and Portis patrol the middle. Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Trier in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Portis over Gasol. Dives for it. Portis can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors' ball. Feeds it to Gasol. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Trier. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Inside, here's Randall.
Causing havoc for offenses. Siakam gives you great energy and focus to go along with that limp.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto, to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. The Raptors have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. Free throw good, Van Vliet. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And stolen by Siakam. Here's Anunoby. That one a little long.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
There's the 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Barrett. Down low. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Portis.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
Siakam, good.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
First free throw is good.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. And both free throws good for Payton. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here is Van Vliet. He's got 10. He is looking for Siakam and finds him.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Here's Randall. Good on the 13-footer. Randall's got his third basket of the night right there.
We talk about Randall's ability to score in a variety of ways. That time in a catch-and-shoot situation.
Randall against Siakam. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
That free throw, no good. And Toronto making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Smith checked in for New York. Good on the second free throw.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Barrett. Unloads from 13. Shot clock at 6. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Barrett. Barrett's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Smith. Now the pass to Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Randall, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Passes it to Van Vliet. To the inside, Gasol.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol. Even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
For Toronto, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the first one drops.
You know Marc Gasol's brother Powell, he was a top 3 pick. Marc fell to the second round and had to work for everything he's achieved.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the left side wing. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Barrett. And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
Here's Siakam. The shot misses. Randall with some nice D. Here's Trier, banked in off the glass. Trier's got 10 points in the game.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Raptors trail by 5. Lowry feeling it out a bit. And again, Toronto no luck.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Here's Trier. He's guarded by Johnson. From 13. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Johnson, good.
An aggressive move by Stanley Johnson can score the ball a number of ways inside.
The Knicks leading by 3. Now here is Smith. He's got 13. Randall no good. Van Vliet with it. Lowry drawing the double team. Toronto working the ball around now. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Siakam. And 11 points for Marc Gasol.
I mean, for a guy who shot almost no three-pointers over the first 8 years of his career, Gasol looks very comfortable out there.
A shot by Trier, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now here's Randall. He feeds it to Smith. Fires the 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Robinson with the block. Gasol with the steal. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And the basket by Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, a bit of a late bloomer as a player, but he has really hit his stride now.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. Norman Powell's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Thomas subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Smith. Now here is Morris. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot, and Barrett gets it to go. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Here's Trier. After R.J. Barrett's bucket, Knox, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Raptors trail by 6. Here's Powell. Outside Thomas. Clock at 6. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Knicks leading by 6. Right wing. It's stolen. Here's Thomas. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. New York's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Trier passes to Morris. Here's Knox. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. Toronto grabs the miss. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Barrett. Back to Trier. Gasol with the steal. For the tie, Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson, and it's Payton in for Alonzo Trier. Here's Payton. Excellent D from Thomas. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
The Knicks shooting here about 46% for the game. Payton kicks to Morris. And just miss after miss right now. Raptors with the lead, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
The pass to Anunoby. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. Fires it up. That shot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Thomas. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:36 left to play in the third. Passes it to Ibaka. And here is Powell. Six to shoot. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. Powell finds Hollis Jefferson. Powell, the pass to Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Tries again. Count that one. Ibaka's got 8 points.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Payton passes to Morris, and it's blocked by Ibaka. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson, and the Raptors hit again from deep. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Drops in the breakaway layup. Anunoby's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Here's Barrett. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so it's the Toronto Raptors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Toronto leading by 7. Lowry and Powell, the guards. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anunoby, and it's Ibaka in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Portis can't get it to go. And for the Raptors, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Hollis Jefferson, offensive rebound. They shoot again, and it's sent back by Morris. They retain possession. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Barrett. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
So quick and decisive. Barrett's speed and fearlessness is hard to match up against when you're defending. And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as serious as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
Ibaka against Portis. It's stolen by Morris.
And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And both free throws good for Payton. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Raptors leading by 7. Now Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, it's rebounded by New York. They host the 76ers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And there's the pass to Barrett. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Ibaka finds Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by Toronto.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Payton dishes to Barrett on the left block. Gibson, great positioning on the putback. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
That's the kind of energy Gibson gives you, destroying opponents on the glass. Tough to box this guy out.
Lowry against Payton. From deep. The shot by Lowry, no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Lowry again missing.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Barrett. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Randall's checked in for New York. Now here's Lowry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Kyle does a great job of not letting a defender get comfortable on a drive, and it earned the foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now here's Payton. On the wing, Morris. Back to Payton. Shoots over Van Vliet. Payton's shot is off.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Anunoby kicks to Ibaka. Back to Anunoby. Outside for Lowry. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Lowry's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Payton passes to Barrett. Back to Payton. Pass to Portis. No good on that one. Ibaka with some nice D. Raptors leading by 7. And here is Van Vliet. Randall brings the double team. Pass to Anunoby. Siakam with it. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside. Siakam's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Payton passes to Barrett. Kicks it to Morris. To the middle. Will it go? And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
New York calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Lonzo Trier comes in for Marcus Morris. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Anunoby. Can't cash in from close range. Now, here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. Can't get it to fall. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Sinks that one from the post. Siakam's got 23 points.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game. Siakam against Randall. Pass to Trier, trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Lowry passes to Anunoby. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
With the shot, here's Randall. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now here's Van Vliet. And the pass to Gasol. Now Van Vliet, 6 on the shot clock. Lowry from outside. Trier with the rebound.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
The putback. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I don't think anyone knew that Siakam would be this kind of playmaker coming out of New Mexico. In fact, I can almost guarantee it.
Here's Trier. Passes it to Randall. Now, here's Barrett. Payton with the ball. Shoots over Van Vliet. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Faded away to create the space. Gasol's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's a high percentage look for Marc Gasol. He loves to face up and knock it down.
Payton kicks to Randall. Payton outside. Back to Randall. Over Siakam. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it. Now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Now Lowry. The feed to Gasol. Robinson with the block. And here's Barrett. Here's Trier. Payton outside. He kicks to Barrett. Fires from the wing. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Count that one from Van Vliet. Knicks trail by 18. Now here's Payton. He dishes it to Barrett. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Payton. And the three ball is good. Payton's got 5 points now this quarter.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Payton. And a fast break now for New York. And Barrett slams it in.
And Randall doesn't pick up a lot of steals, but he has a great nose for the ball.
Here's Van Vliet. Inside, here's Lowry. And a missed layup.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Now here's Lowry. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
What a sense of determination from Kyle Lowry. One of the best to be able to absorb contact, stay focused, and get to the stripe.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Raptors.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Pascal Siakam.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Ibaka outside. Pass to Hernandez. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Mark, how do you break down what went well for your team in winning this game tonight?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that in the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Yeah, this is a veteran team, and you guys showed your experience down the stretch. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.